because this is not the Christiania I remember. At the end, finish, huh? Yeah. So now we are exiting the metro for one of the more famous places in Copenhagen. We are visiting the Freetown Christiania today. So it's Freetown that was made in the 1970s on old military grounds. So the hippies decided to squat it, and after many years of back and forth, they were allowed to buy it, I think almost 10 years ago now. So that it is a permanent place in town. So now we are in Christianshavn, which is the part of town that Christiania is inside of. We just exited the metro. This is one of the areas of Copenhagen where it's not so fancy. Everybody is easier to talk to. And of course, Freetown Christiania used to be famous for weed smoking. I'm told that they have stopped selling weed in Pusher Street. So we will see about that. And also what the locals feel and what the changes have been since they decided to do it. So just follow me along as we go and explore. Christiania is most famous for Pusher Street and the weed sales. But what I think is one of the coolest parts of it is all of the crazy houses that they've built by hand and with found objects. So I will show you them a little later on when we're inside Christiania. But like, just the pure tenacity of people. They never give up. And that's what I've always loved about this place. You will see it.
Yo. Can you spare some bread, please? Thank you, man.
Tattoo chef.
Thank you.
Yes, well, as you saw, one of the ways to constantly get to talk to people is to smoke. That guy seemed like he needed it though. So now we are on the home stretch. You see the church behind me, and in front of me now you will see Freetown Christiania show up. And then we'll have a scenic walk through it, see where we can film and where we maybe can't, and see what has changed since last time I was here in Freetown Christiania. And here you see, oh wow, stuff has really changed. Square Burger used to have that truck here. Now they've managed to build an entire building. Huh. But this mural is honestly one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. And I always take a couple of moments to appreciate it when I'm here. Because it's insane work to make. And it's really cool with the runic signs, the elves, and it all really makes it pop out. And this guy I've seen many places in Europe. He makes the calligraphy. It's quite cool. So this entire building is new. Wasn't there last time I was here. And then we'll see what we can find inside here. So here we have the signs. So it says, for several years, organized violent gangs have been dominating Pusher Street. This was incompatible with Christiania's values, and therefore Christiania's common meeting decided to close Pusher Street. We are in the process of transforming the area. New shops, workshops, music, culture, mini gardens, food, coffee, coziness, and play for all ages. You're welcome, and we hope you will help us make Christiania the world's most beautiful oasis. We do not want Pusher Street back. Please respect this. Do not buy hash in Christiania. Quite a different vibe from what it used to be. Because I will show you where Pusher Street is soon. But honestly, you would get smashed your camera for walking past it with it previously. And then the Ali's shop has become a second-hand store, probably wise after all of the issues with Ali's clothing that there was. This is the skate park. We will have a look at that afterwards. But first, let's have a look at, this is what is called, or used to be called, Pusher Street. So here you could buy hash, weed, whatever you wanted of cannabis from different guys standing with small homemade sheds. That has closed, but here you could usually buy bongs, some clothes, some paper. But it does seem like most of the shops here aren't really making much money now. So it's kind of, we'll see. Hopefully we can find the mural of Natasha, the famous reggae and dancehall singer from Denmark, because it's always been inside of Pusher Street, so I have never been able to film it before now. Wow, it feels so empty here now, I gotta say. There used to be so many people here. But this is the mural I was talking about. So it's the Rest in Peace Natasha. And she has like some of the most famous songs made by a Danish artist. She died in a plane crash in the Caribbean. I think it's like early, mid 2000. But she's had a long-lasting legacy here in Christiania and in Denmark in general. And this is also one of the reasons why dancehall, reggae and such is such huge music here. I do see some guys hanging around, so I'm guessing it's not all closed, but it does feel very close. They painted the Greenland house. Huh. Yeah, and the shops are rebuilding or not open. So everything seems kind of closed. I don't know if that was what they were trying to do by closing the Pusher Street, because now it feels a little dead here. But hey, all right? Yeah. But like, I would rather have the life here and not be able to film than to be able to film and to have it as dead as now. Because this is not the Christiania I remember. This is a little sad, I have to say. So Nemolan is still there, of course. The old army barracks are there. But this really does just feels a little sad, I gotta say. And here we have the sign again that Pusher Street is closed. Huh. Really different from what I remember it to be. But hey, everything needs to change in life sometimes. I'm just sad that they had to take Christiania. Hopefully the people living here are having a better time now. But seeing as I see so few people on the streets, I kind of doubt it. Because I understand that cafes and restaurants can make money, but now where are all of the tourists? It used to be stacked with people here. And this garden always had people chilling out. But There it wasn't allowed to smoke inside actually, so it might be one of the few places still keeping a roll on, but it's really weird, this one. I have to say, this is not how I remember it or how I would wish it to be honest. Before we go and look at how the people live here. But yeah, this kind of leaves me a little sad. Gives me a sour taste in my mouth. I don't really understand how this is gonna help, even if I understand that the violence was not wanted anymore. It's still sad to see it kind of fall away like this. If I remember correctly, there should be something behind here. Yeah. Then let's walk and look at the more interesting houses. At least they haven't changed. In Copenhagen, there you have like some good sodas, good beers. The Christiania beer is also sold there. So I advise you to stop by there. And of course, one thing you still can enjoy here in Christiania is the murals, graffiti and street art. Lots of building going on. So I'm guessing a couple of people left after Pusher Street and have let new people get in. This house, I think, used to be built with circus equipment. Not anymore. And then here we have the water and the lake, and also Sölist, which is the kindergarten for Christiania. So they do have everything you need here. So it's been a self-sufficient, self-controlling society for quite some time. And it's gone pretty good actually, except for a couple of violence episodes. But that you have in all societies. So in summertime, it's really nice to be along the water here. But of course, when the kindergarten is open, then you stay away from this area. You can be on either side of the kindergarten, but of course, let the kids enjoy their play alone. So there's ice on the water. You might be able to see a couple of the fun-looking houses over there. So you have, for instance, this house over there, if we can see it, it's like made of found glass windows, which is quite creative. Hi. And then we have the bridge over here, which we're going to cross, and then we get to see a couple of the houses. So it's quite unique. We have something that tried to be like this in Norway, in Trondheim, which is called Svartlamund. But honestly, it's a small place. They don't really do the same building, and they don't have the mutual meeting where everybody has to agree. So if you want to move into Christiania, you have to be part in the Almøte, or like the General Assembly. And in the General Assembly, it's not enough that 60% of the people want you to move in. It needs to be 100%. So this is what we call consensus-based. So everybody has to agree, or else it won't happen. This can, of course, lead to some things taking more time. But then again, everybody knows what they have decided together. And this does give the opportunity to reflect. Okay. And like this bridge, if you do graffiti, this is the place to definitely leave your tag, because everybody does. And you can see old ones, new ones, whatever. Over here we have the garbage incinerator, as you can see from the pipes. But on top of that, you have a ski resort, a plastic ski resort called Copenhagen. So definitely something to check out. Let me know if you want me to come back and show you how Copenhagen is. And I will do that another day. See a lot of people I recognize around here. I really do.
Mercy, mercy, I'm gonna have fun tonight. Mercy, mercy.
And so now we are in the residential area of Christiania. So there are no shops and such here. So do show some respect. Do not go into people's gardens, and be respectful. Don't photograph people, etc. I will show you like the vibe, but I won't go too close. So hopefully you can see enough to understand how magical this place is. Because if you look at, for instance, this shed here is insane, with all different planks found, put together, and made this really cool building. I gotta say, with the old paint and everything. And you see, they do have like really a good grasp on building, that I have to say. And you have several of like these ones, like buggies from all the trains. This one I always thought was really cool, with like the extra building on top in wood, and the brick foundation. And they always make some fun colors. These domed houses also are quite interesting and creative. Kind of gives you a little of the Hobbit feel, even if it's not that small. And of course the colors. Who wouldn't want a pink house? I would.
Let's have fun tonight. Working from Monday to Friday. Real hard. Oh, come Sunday.
And as you see, Christiania is quite a place. If I had the opportunity in another life, I would definitely stay here. I have lived in the area, but never on the inside. And here we are coming up on the most famous house, the glass building, or the glass house. So we'll see if you can see it from the back. Yeah, you can see something on the side there. You see the entire back here, of course. And as you see, they don't want people to go into their yard. Totally understandable, and do respect that. So it's unique, beautiful, and it's in Scandinavia. You would not expect to find this in rigid Scandinavia, I would think. But you do, which is quite the joy. And now we are at the end. So you can see this is an old army building, and here you see they're telling people like for the meetings and such. So now I will show you the rest of it, and then I think we're almost maybe we can have one beer and then we have to get to the bus before it's too late. So we managed to get on board the ship again tonight. Hi. So this is definitely beautiful, but it does seem to me that it's changed since Pusher Street was removed. But time will tell.
Sunday, a time for chill out. All the work and no play make you dull, I say. What's the meaning of life without fun? No matter how you think you're tough, yes, you only have one life to live. Be merry, spread love, I say. Today you here, tomorrow you're gone, 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 gone. Mercy, mercy, we gonna have fun tonight. Mercy, mercy, let's have fun tonight.
And now we're going to the other end and towards the Fakir school, where they learn circus tricks and swallowing swords and flames and stuff like that. So as you can see, this is like where families live. It's not scary at all, but most tourists, they usually only stay in the kind of heart of Christiania. And I think that's a little wrong. You should definitely do a little more. So here we have the last couple of cool buildings before the old army barracks, which is turned into the Fakir school. You see, like, this house is quite cool as well. Palats. So people really manage to make their home wherever it is. This one also seems new to me, but it looks a little old. So it might just be my memory playing tricks on me. This one. And this is Fakir school. So like around here.
No matter how you think you're tough, yes, you only have one life to live.
This house too is quite cool with all of the glass. And even with the snow, they're all biking.
Be merry, spread love, I say. Today you here, tomorrow you're gone, 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 gone. Mercy, mercy, we're gonna have fun tonight. Mercy, mercy, let's have fun tonight. Working from Monday to Friday, relax.
This is the legal graffiti wall.
Mercy, let's have fun tonight. Mercy, mercy, gonna have fun tonight. Mercy, mercy, let's have fun tonight.
Yeah, it does seem quite dead now. I know it's winter and everything, but still, should be a little more life and vibrancy. Når det først er lov. Jeg har aldri kunnet gå her uten deg med det før, vet du. Men alt er dødt her nå, eller? Jeg er bare sånn folk generelt. Det er liksom ikke turister, ikke noe. Det er bare alt er finished, eh? Ja. Ja, okay. I try again in April, eh? Hvordan det skjer? Yeah, so as you said, it's pretty dead now. But it might also be because of winter. So we'll try again in April and we'll hopefully see some more life. Because this was really just sad. Usually there's always something happening there, you know? At least the graffiti is still here. Because there you see the original signs. Read aloud, hard drugs not. That's always been the policy here. But now it's changed. Now it's nothing. Yeah, well. So inside this building is the skate park. The skate park is actually quite cool, like with the bowl and everything. I don't really have the time now, but check out the Skate Nomads video from when he was here, and you can see the entire vibe. It is quite impressive. And then now we will come up on the giant. So this is the wooden giant. I think there's a couple tens in Denmark, and now there's more, honestly, almost all over the world. This guy has really taken off. So do keep an eye open for the big trolls, the wooden trolls. Yeah. Captain out.